Hey, Mark Rodriguez here. We're going to continue off with the King of Fighters Destiny. We had another flashback episode. This time it was about Angelina. We find out that she was a kid living off the street. She was getting beat up by these guys that I guess wanted to steal money for them and stuff like that. And she runs into Terry Bogard. And at this point of his life, Terry Bogard was still doing his training and everything. He was about to sail off on the boat to Japan to train with Tung Fu Roo. And he actually offers her the chance to leave his life behind and go with him. And that'll be cool. She'll be out of that dangerous environment. And as he heads off to buy her another ticket, he's like, oh, what's your name? And as she says it, the boat has like that long horn sound, whatever you would call that. And he doesn't hear the name, but he always figures like, I'll ask her later. When the girl's alone, Angelina that is, she feels, I guess she just can't leave that life. She's too used to it or something, only life that she knows, or maybe she has Stockholm Syndrome or whatever. It's like, I just don't know why she didn't go, you know what I mean? Because she has no one, she has no family or nothing, you know what I mean? Like nothing's really holding her there, but for whatever reason, she just can't leave. So she calls out to the guys that were looking for her, that of course wanted to beat her up, and unfortunately the guys do beat her up and leave. And then she's laying there, she's like, don't forget my name, Terry, but Terry never heard your name, so, So Geese Howard's driving around, I guess he's looking for kids to adopt, I don't know. He's driving around, he sees her, he adopts her for whatever reason, but I kind of think they did the same for Billy Khan, to be honest, in Billy Khan's backstory. But anyways, he adopts Angelina. We fast forward to now, where we kind of, I guess, flashback again to the earlier episodes of the series where Angelina meets Terry Bogard one more time, and of course we continue on here. And I can't wait because there's more Fatal Fury stuff. It's more like the Fatal Fury portion of this series, and I like the preview showing that we get to see Andy and Joe try to fight against Geese. I know they're not going to win or whatever, but it is cool to see Andy and Joe actually try to fight with Geese and stuff, and just see how it goes and see how they conclude this I guess, mini story arc, because as you know, the series is kind of mixing up the storyline of the original Fatal Fury with King of Fighters 94, with the Orochi stuff and all that. So it's kind of interesting how they're kind of intermingling both storylines at the same time and things like that. For the games, originally, there were several King of Fighter tournaments that were just one-on-one, and they were mostly held by Geese. And one of the minor plot points of King of Fighters 94 was that a new tournament was coming out, but this time it's going to be teams of 3 versus 3, and a mysterious person, which of course we now know is Rugal, is the one holding the tournament. But back then it's like, well, this isn't held by Geese Howard, what's going on? That kind of thing. But anyways, I'm going to get to it because I can't wait. It's going to be fucking awesome. And unfortunately, with how the last episode ended, and then this flashback that just so happens to be about Angelina right now, I kind of feel this is going to be Angelina's last episode. So, let's check it out. Oh wow, so this is going on. Oh man. Yep, there we go. Angelina's gonna fucking die. She's spitting out blood. Damn, they didn't waste any time. They just went right into it, man. Right into her just jumping in the way getting blasted. Oh, they could reanimate some scenes in the last episode. I know it was like pictures, but like just reanimate like how they met when they were kids. Here we go again with the Geese Howard music. Oh, there we go. Joey Dashi in the house. Hurricane Upper. Oh, there we go. 2-on-1, man. Terry, snap out of it, yo. Your brothers need you. Oh, the buildings that Hyder blew up. Yeah, they blew up the whole fucking Geese Tower. Oh, shit. Now Geese is mad. But then again, so is Terry Bogard. Oh, there we go. Down with the rising tackle. See, now Terry's landing some hits. Here we go. Hakio Kosaken. It looks like it, right? Oh shit, he's doing it! He's doing the Hakio Kosaken move! Oh, that's fucking badass. I love that angle. Oh, he's gonna fall off the tower! He's gonna die! Geese Howard never really died. That's probably the best Yuri ever saw. I think the Sakasaki are shooting 4, aren't they? So I guess the black crystals have Orochi powers. Is that basically exactly what happened to UFC 14? Damn, they're gonna turn Benimaru and Goro against Kyo. Oh man, what an episode. So first of all, we go back to the King of Fighters tournament where it's announced that there's a party going on at a cruise ship and everyone's invited. And Kyo's kind of confused because the tournament's not over yet. So Ralph shows up and gives him a homing device and tells him to go to the cruise ship a little bit early because stuff's gonna go down. So back to the Fatal Fury part of the program, it's actually kind of surprising that they went right into the scene after where the last episode, not counting the flashback, left off. So the last time we had Geese Howard about to throw a big fireball at Terry Bogard, and Terry Bogard was on his knees, he's injured, he can't get out of the way or move or anything, and here, instead of doing like what other series do, you know, like some series might have like a character be like, oh, I'm gonna kill you now, and then like, you know, big cliffhanger. When the next episode starts, it's like, oh, I'm going to kill you now, and then we see like how the hero gets out of it. Here, we don't have that. Here, we just cut to Terry Bogard being seconds away from getting the energy blast when Angelina just dives into the way and takes the blast for him, and of course now she's dying. So I'm like, damn, they didn't waste any time. Like I had a feeling she was going to die in this episode, but they didn't waste any time at all. Like right off when the episode starts, dead, you know. So she's coughing up blood. Terry Bogard holds her, and you get this cool like montage of all the different scenes they hung out with throughout the show and everything. And I kind of wish they did reanimate the scene with the whole boat and what's your name and, you know, the boat horn covering up so he can't hear her name or whatever. But that does raise another question, because I forgot all about this until I saw the montage. So in episode I think 3 or 4, one of those early episodes, I think it was like the very first flashback episode. There was the part where Terry Bogard was hanging out with Angelina, both as kids, like on the porch, and I think that was the part where she gave him like the famous red cap. This is not it, by the way, but the famous red cap. And I was complaining because other flashbacks showed that Jeff Bogard himself gave him the cap. So it's like, you know, what's going on? Or does Terry Bogard just collect a bunch of red caps? I don't know. So the thing is, they were already hanging out and stuff. But the last episode implied this was like the very first time they met. And at that time, Terry Bogard already had his red cap, and he was more of a teenager. And, yeah, like there was no indication that they already knew each other. It looks like they just met in that last episode. I'm going to have to rewatch it, but I didn't see any familiarity there. It wasn't like, hey, it's that girl, how's it going? Why are those guys beating you up? And the thing is, again, if he doesn't know her name, but they were hanging out before, like on the porch, just chilling. Like does Terry Bogard, I guess as a kid, does he just hang out with random girls and not like ask their names? Like he never like thought to ask her name like all the times they kind of, I guess, ran into her in Southtown or anything. And like I don't get that. That's pretty weird. Cause yeah, I have to rewatch the episode, I guess. But I didn't see any sense of them knowing each other. It was implied that they just met each other last time. So I don't know. That's a bit of a plot hole there. I think there's lots of plot holes involving Angelina, mostly because she's not from the games. They gotta kind of, you know, make up her lore, while everyone else is kind of sort of, you know, following the story of Fatal Fury and the King of Fighters 94. With Angelina, they're kind of copying a bit of Lily from the Fatal Fury OAV special, but yeah, like, I don't know, man. Lots of weird contradictions here and there. But anyways, she's dying, and Terry Bogard's in shock, and Geese Howard's ready to finish him off, when suddenly Andy and Joe show up, and I love the fact that they actually go 2-on-1 against them, instead of like the typical anime, you know, we must respect honor, 1-on-1, but no, there's no honor. This is like, you killed our father, asshole, we're gonna take you out however we can. So that's pretty fucking awesome. But of course, Geese Howard is super badass, and he's able to hold his own against both of them at the same time. He's blocking her shurikens, he's blocking hurricane uppers, he's taking the boat down and everything. And then, I don't want to say, I wish that Terry Bogard would jump in. It would be kind of cool to see all 3 of them fight him at the same time. But I understand the whole, you know, the 1-on-1 main hero versus the main villain kind of thing. But, anyways, Geese Howard is like gloating and stuff because everyone's down and whatever. And then he hears the explosions, and he notices that the building, you know, was blown up by Hyder, because Hyder set up bombs at the Geese Tower and stuff in the last episode, again, not counting the flashback episode. And Joey Guy's just kind of like, hey, you know, say goodbye to Geese Tower and whatever. So now Geese Howard is super pissed, and now he's gonna like really kill them and everything. And he's about to do that same fireball thing to Andy Bogard. Now Andy Bogart's in a similar position where he can't get out of the way, where Terry Bogard gets in, and it's like a cool fist collision with the whole, you know, 360 camera panning kind of stuff. And this time, Terry Bogart's taking the fight to Geese and actually whooping his ass and, you know, making him cough up blood and hitting him with the rising tackle and all that shit. So Geese Howard at this point, he had enough. He wants to kill him now. So he's gonna get ready to do the Raging Storm. And then again, another nod to the famous Fatal Fury OAV special, Legend of the Hungry Wolf. Terry Bogard gets into the famous pose, and he does the Haikyo Kouseiken. I forgot it's an extra ko. I think it's Hakio, I think it's Hakio Koseiken. I think there's an extra code there. It's Hakio Koseiken move, which is basically the whole, channeling energy from the earth and whatever, and doing Tumblr's spinning move and everything. But in this version, what happens is that since Geese Howard is doing the Raging Storm and that, energy wave is headed in that direction, Terry Bogard doing the Hakio Koseiken move, that move, I guess it counteracts with the Raging Storm, and both moves kind of filter each other out. But the cool thing is that brief moment that Geese Howard is surprised that his ultimate move is nullified, Terry Bogard flies in with possibly the most badass looking choreographed burn knuckle I've ever seen. I love the camera angle they did for that and how it showed. And not only that, but it actually knocks Geese Howard off the building, and they reenacted the famous, Geese Howard falling away from the viewer angle that was in the first Fear Fury video game and all that kind of stuff. So Geese Howard, as of now, because, Geese Howard always finds a way. He's like, he always comes back. He's dead for now, but the story's not over yet. Hyder shows up in a helicopter and tells him to join him at the cruise ship. So, meanwhile, at the cruise ship, all the King of Fighters characters are around, even the ones that lost, because they noticed that Chang and Choi were still there, and their team lost, so I guess everyone's there. And it makes me kind of confused, or not confused, I want to say curious. It makes me curious if the USA sports team is still there, because technically speaking, they are fighters in the tournament, and at least in terms of with Brian Battler, when Goro was choking him out, it looked like he regained his senses that last second before he passed out. So I don't know if they're going to be there or not. That'd be kind of interesting if they are and everything. But anyways, the whole gang is at the cruise ship, and Yuri's looking through all the food. They got like a cool buffet and stuff. And Benimaru starts hitting on her. Robert gets in there. Robert says, don't waste time with this weirdo. And Benimaru's like, what? And I like that, he didn't say Nani. He actually said the English word what, even though it's all Japanese, And Robert and Benimaru getting each other's faces and stuff like that. And then we cut back to the helicopter. We got Hyder explaining the story of Regal Bernstein to the Lone Wolves. And of course, it's the stuff that we know already from the King of Fighters 94 storyline, that he's into illegal activities, he's an arms dealer, he's the guy behind the King of Fighters tournament, he's pulling the strings and all that kind of stuff. So Terry asked if Geese was working for him, but it looks like they were actually kind of working together, but they were both using each other for their individual nefarious means. So then Hiron also explains about the black crystal and how it gives people this, powerful radiation or whatever that gives you, I guess it increases your strength a lot, but the bad thing is it affects your mind to the point that you're going to keep on fighting until you die, which is basically what happened to the USA sports team. And I'm pretty sure that's the overarching power. It's just that, Hyder doesn't know what it is yet, so Hyder's just calling it, this strange radiation energy or whatever, and that kind of thing. I'm surprised that Kyo never briefed them on that, since they've been kind of hanging out or whatever. But anyways, yeah, so it's a trap, something's going on at the cruise ship, they gotta be careful. Andy Bogart worries, and they don't exactly say it, but I'm thinking that the implication is that Mai Shiranui is on that ship, and I know that Andy Bogart's kind of, he acts weird around her and stuff, but he obviously does care about her and doesn't want harm to come to her and stuff like that. So that's the cliffhanger as the heroes are flying towards the cruise ship. And what we see in the next episode, the previews, is that everyone's being knocked out with knockout gas or whatever. But the big thing is that, oh shit, they got Benimaru and Goro. Now they're possessed and stuff, and they're gonna go after Kyo. So I can't wait to see that episode. It's getting really good. We're really getting to the whole King of Fire stuff. I love the Fatal Fury stuff too. I really love all the Fatal Fury stuff. This stuff with the Fatal Fury thing, it's you could almost carefully edit it out, sorta, and make a mini anime of just the Fatal Fury stuff alone. Because that's pretty awesome. But now that we got, that out of the way, now it's time for the final boss. Now it's time for Regal and Vice and Mature, and I see what they're up to, and I can't wait. So this is Mark Rodriguez here, and see you in the next episode.